Hey everyone, it's Emily and welcome to day 7 of Tag Week. And I'm iPadding it up again, but this time I have it propped up so that way it's not all shaky. You'd think I would have figured that out the last 2 videos. Okay, so today's tag is the behind the Booktube tag, and I was tagged by Kirsti. And this one's kind of cool because it's not necessarily about books, it's more about YouTube and filming. So it kind of works for like anyone who does YouTube. So here we go. The first question is, what kind of camera do you have? So the camera I've been using is this one. It is a Nikon Coolpix L840 and it's purple, which I love the fact that it's purple. I got this over the summer and it's a really, really good camera. Sometimes I do wish it picked up on the lights a little bit better, but beyond that, I really don't have any complaints. It has this really cool movie screen thing. Just like it takes really high quality photos, high quality video, and actually I now have had 2 friends who have bought this camera after I bought it because they were just like, wow, the pictures you're taking lately are really, really good. And so I love this camera. His name is Fred. Number 2, do you use any other type of equipment? I use a tripod because I had one tripod that was really small and it was really cool because it was like bendy, so you could like wrap it around stuff in case you were in a really weird place to film, so that was kind of cool. But my new camera, Fred, was a little too big for it, so it broke. And so for my birthday, I got a nice like tall tripod. His name is George, appropriately. And it's really, really awesome because it's fully adjustable and it's a really good tripod. And as for lighting, I really probably should invest in lighting equipment because I know there's some deals on Amazon and stuff that I've seen that are actually not that expensive, like under $50. And it would just kind of help just to get better light because my house has the worst lighting ever. But for right now, I pretty much just use my windows. I just kind of like find a spot to film in my room where the windows will shine directly on it, and I kind of just adjust the curtains and all that stuff. But I definitely need, if you have tips on lighting, please let me know. Scripted or spontaneous? How do you plan what you're going to say in your videos? So I kind of do a mixture of both. I don't like having things word for word scripted because I just feel like there's a lot of work and it's not quite as natural. But I've also learned I have to have at least what I'm going to do somewhat planned out, whether it's in my head or maybe just taking a couple notes here and there, especially when I do wrap-up videos for books and stuff, because I've learned a lot of times I'll leave something out or I repeat myself, and it's just a lot easier for me just to have at least a couple notes and be like, okay, be sure you hit these points, but then beyond that, I try to be a little bit more spontaneous so that way it feels more natural. Number 4, how many takes do you do while you film? I usually try and just do 1 take, but I also cough a lot. And, you know, things happen, like your phone goes off or you jumble up your words. And so sometimes it takes a few takes, but I've learned the more that I do this, the easier it is to do it in just 1 or 2 takes because you kind of just know how it goes and you just go with it. If you use music in your videos, where do you find it? I can't remember the name of the website that I use, but I'll put it down below in the doobly-doo so that you can find it. It's a pretty typical website that most people use. Other than that, sometimes I'll do what YouTube offers, sometimes I'll do what iMovie offers, but I don't do music a whole lot. Or sometimes I'll just kind of plug something or strum something on my ukulele and then put that behind the videos too. Number 6, how do you make your thumbnails? I take my camera, I get Fred, and I take a photo of what I want to do with my thumbnail, and then I use PicMonkey most of the time to do my editing. I will leave that link down below in the doobly-doo. And it's a nice free website. You can pay to have the higher up stuff, but you can do most anything with their free, what they offer for free. So I find that pretty awesome. What do you use to edit your videos? Most of the time, I use Windows Movie Maker, which is not the best. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not my favorite, but it gets the basics, it gets the job done. When I'm filming with my iPad, I'll use iMovie because that's what I have on my iPad. Unfortunately, the files from my camera don't really transfer over to iMovie very well, so that's why I use Windows Movie Maker. But neither of them are the greatest, but they get the job done. I prefer iMovie over Windows Movie Maker, but they both work, and someday I will have fancier editing software. Yeah. Any tips, tricks, hacks, and advice for filming and editing? I don't have a whole lot because I don't really know much about editing software and stuff. For filming, honestly, like, just try and get as much natural light as you can. Like, I kind of just open the windows wide up and just try and be sure as much light is pouring into the room as possible. But my house has awful, awful lighting. And I'm still trying to figure out the best place to film. And for editing, honestly, it's just kind of a practice thing. Like, when I first started doing YouTube, it would take me forever to edit and all that. But now that I've done this for a while, I can just kind of edit like that, and I breeze through it. And so the more you do it, the easier it's gonna get and the faster it's gonna go. And the last question is, in your opinion, what makes a good video from a production standpoint? Honestly, this was a little bit hard to answer because so many people's videos are really different. Like, I guess we're doing Booktube specifically. I do really like when people try to be creative with their videos. Like, I really love Trina at Between Chapters when she does her wrap-ups, how she kind of shows off the artwork of the books and she does shots of the books. And it's just different because you're not just, like, staring at her face talking. But at the same time, I don't mind watching people's faces and just talking at the camera. The biggest thing is you still have to be animated. You still have to be yourself and, like, make things entertaining, even if it's just your face. Like, you're watching this video. This is just me sitting here talking at the camera. But I'm trying to be expressive with my voice. I'm trying to do arm movements and just trying to really be myself. Because, like, there's some people whose videos I've watched and they're just sitting there and they're kind of deadpan. It's really dark and fuzzy. And just, I don't know. And it's just, like, way more boring to watch. But then there's other people who, it's just them in a camera. It's just them in their face. But it's super entertaining because you can see their personality shining through. And they're moving around. And they're just really animated and fun. And so, really, that's my biggest thing for a video. Like, really show off your personality. And even if it's just a face staring at a camera, you can make that really entertaining. So that is the behind the Booktube tag. I now tag a couple people who I think have pretty good quality videos, and they're all different styles. So I'm going to say Trina over at Between Chapters, and Rhiannon over at The Little Library, and then finally Jenna over at Jenna Clarke, because I feel like all three of them, they have different styles of Booktube, and they have good quality, and I think they'd be able to have some really good tips. But if any of you want to do this tag and feel like you have some really good advice, because I know there's a lot of you who do really, really great videos. So honestly, any of you, please do this tag and give all of your tips and tricks for those of us who don't know anything about editing and filming. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.